Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet and read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called We're the Vassals Now, written by Drifty241. That damned transmission was the greatest mistake of our time, but who could have guessed that it would have turned out like this? The humans were a fledgling interstellar race. The escorts they sent for the first contact were armored in assorted composite plating, and their weaponry was little more than crude nuclear missiles. With only 10 systems under mankind's banner, they were a weakness, a bypass to the defensive line of the Zeptide state. So, we did what we always do. A transmission was sent to the humans.
Your state is too weak to survive in this harsh galaxy. We demand the list of terms to ensure the protection of our mutual interests. Survival. Term 1. The current governing body of humanity, the Planetary Treaty Organization, is disabled. A Zeptide client state will be created that encompasses all of your territories, barring exceptions. Term 2. Sirius will be seized by the Zeptide state. Term 3. A tithe of slaves, energy, and minerals will be shipped to Xeric Prime annually. Term 4. The human armored forces will be disbanded. Term 5. Border fortifications will be created on the frontier with a 5-run coalition to the galactic south. These terms are non-negotiable, and failure to comply within 1 month will result in the declaration of war with the stated aim of achieving these terms. The humans waited for 27 days before responding. In that period, revolts and unrest spread across the Zeptide nation, while the Goks launched a rebellion. Everyone could tell this was a work of human meddling. One of the most important values in modern human society is the pursuit of freedom for all individuals. We have gathered information from your other client states that these values cannot be upheld. The Zeptide state has placed the Goks, Korex, and Feltham under an oppressive vassalage, eradicating entire cultures in favor of your own and censoring history. We are under no delusions that you will act any different with humanity. As such, the human populace has elected to refuse your ultimatum. We will not be the general government to your Germany. We couldn't pursue the humans for this insult. The Navy had focused on putting down the second Goks insurrection. We would let them be, if only momentarily. 20 years passed. Human society had completely transformed. New systems, worlds, and peoples fell under the flag of man. Weapons development ventures doubled, then tripled. Forges burned with the fires of alloys day and night. Fleets were assembled and men signed up in droves. Our transmission had awakened something, serving as the kindling for a long-dead martial spirit, eager to burn across our worlds. But Zeptia was stronger. Our grand flotillas were the bane of all the Orion. No species had resisted, and humanity would not be the first. The transmission was once again sent to Earth, albeit more strongly worded. But now, the response was not a passionate defense of egalitarianism. It had been replaced by the declaration of war. Your transmission 2 decades ago injected adrenaline into the apparatus of human society. We have toiled for 2 decades to prepare for this day. As such, humanity has elected to declare a state of war between our nations with the intent to destroy your systems of government and liberate all of the oppressed peoples under your control. The response was mocked and scoffed at. The common opinion was that there was no species as worthless and arrogant man who dared to point a sword at his only route out of war. That was our first mistake of many. The human fleets, now modernized and enlarged, surged over the border. Our scattered, demobilized task forces were isolated and destroyed in their moorings, while worlds fell under the human jackboot faster than planetary defense could hastily be organized.
A lightning campaign like never seen before had swept up our nation. It hadn't even been considered that humanity could ever touch the Zeptite core, but they entered unopposed by the once reserved arsenal of our kind. That was where I came in. My duty as the admiral of a defeated fleet was to brandish the great shame of surrender and sign the treaty that would condemn my people to chattel. Admiral Myrax, thank you for coming. We'll skip the pleasantries. Just read the document and sign here, said President Marcus, gesturing towards the thick slab of paper. Terms of surrender for the Zeptite state. Article 1. The governing body of Zeptite society will be disbanded. A new civilian government will be created under human supervision to aid in the removal of extreme ideologies. Article 2. Xeric Prime will be placed under military occupation for an undefined period of time. So far, the treaty seemed just like any other. They would remove our noble overseers, send our people to the re-education camps, and destroy our heritage. Article 3. The Zeptian Navy will be reduced to 6 cruisers, 67 destroyers, 127 patrol craft. Article 4. The governing body will be formally inducted into the Solar Treaty Organization as a client state. You want to vassalize us? I gasped, rereading the sentence multiple times. You have a sixth sense of humor, you humans. We believe that it will benefit your civilization if the strong guiding hand of humanity is present to steer the course, stated the President Marcus blandly, hiding his real feelings. Why can't you just leave us be? For the same reason you tried to subjugate us. We realized that your state posed a risk to galactic stability, so we neutralized it and now want to oversee this region to ensure continued peace. We have to defend ourselves, just like you. You said that like you put down a sick animal. You destroyed our proud civilization, I shouted. You brought it a giant content to slumber. The Zeptite state was responsible for its own collapse. End of story. Story number 2. Ban those damn human players. Written by Real Nectarine 7986. Message from disgruntled player to Interspecies Gaming Corporation. Good day to everyone in the IGC. I am writing you this message on behalf of a total of 15 teams out of the participating 16 during the last hour's VR MMO finals. We would formally like to request that human players be banned forever and the championship be redone. My team has won the championship for the last decade, fair and square, without breaking the rules. And of the 14 other teams, half of them are well-renowned teams who are capable of giving us a run for the championship. Then the upstart new species came along, joins the galactic community, and their very first championship, they somehow not only managed to win, but they did so with only 25% of their total health stat remaining. Not counting the qualifier rounds, of course. That is impossible, plain and simple, to do without cheating in some form or another. I have taken the liberty to list their usernames below for you to check their records. Team leader is Hold My Beer 1944. Second is Bombs Away 1945. They think they are cute _9. Eat SH1T. Chinese Sausage 65252. Deutsch Schnitzeljagd 3364. Bismarck for President 1864. Russian Bias Bitch 85. Simba the Lion King 1994. Not So Serious 1. Leroy Jenkins LOL. Bigger stickers, bigger than you, mate. Best of wishes and hope to hear from you again soon. Player user Lou Uta. Response from IGC. Dear player Lou Uta, we have received your request, and after considerable deliberation and investigation, we have decided not to follow through with your request. The human team, Team Shepherd, showed no signs of ever breaking the rules or even using foul play outside of active combat. Team Shepherd has been asked about a certain proclivity, though. 5 rounds into their qualifiers, they were losing. But afterwards, they suddenly began, as they say, steamrolling through the rest of the championship. We'd suggest taking a detailed look at the player logs we're about to release on the website. With kind regards, the IGC team. Team log, Team Shepherd qualifiers, end round 5. The team from the elf-like Thuntala people were busy roasting the new team, Team Shepherd.
Get good, you noobs,
the leader sent the message. Moments later, a response came. Getting good now, better hold on to your diapers. For the next 15 minutes, not a single human player was killed, and none dies for the next 7 qualifiers either. Finals. Team Shepherd set up their position in an old tower in the center of the map and was scanning the entire field, making note of where each of the other 15 teams was situated. They then left in teams of 4, ambushing 2 teams who were embroiled in combat, ran across the damned map to bomb the crap out of another team's base by sneaking past their sentry turret, while the team was busy preparing their next move. Next, they used some ancient weapons we placed around the map as decorations to bombard 3 other teams. Nobody expected those antique cannons to work. The leader of Team Shepherd commented, "Is this map modeled after World War I? They even got the markings and ordnance correct on these siege mortars. Load them up, guys!" Next day, they took out 3 teams who had united to defeat them, including the team of Lu Uta, and found them in the trench network near the artillery piece they had just used to scare the ever-living crap out of the nearby teams who heard the booming sounds of those shells. And Team Shepherd decided to continue with loud noises by utilizing grenades. Once the last 3 teams were dead, the humans left to hunt down the last remaining team hiding in the forest. Good thing the game engine does not render blood, because the next events would have been unprecedentedly bloody, as the humans decided to utilize their combat knives to finish off the half-strength team. Many people watching the log recognized the team was the Tantala team who had told them to get good. Before the humans killed their last opponent, they gave a simple message. "We got good, yeah?" End of story. I would just quickly like to thank the T5 peeps: Dragon Soup, Cold War Boomerwaffen, Severin Cerberus, Red Panda 121, Leslie 517, Bushmaster 177, Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Sans the Skeleton, Lightjock, Dragzoon WRE, and Lord Azrakal. Thank you very much.